What game you want to see get at HD2D remake the most? Tales of Fantasia. Yeah. Tales of Fantasia. Or Final Fantasy VI. Or Chrono Trigger. Definitely. Did you play Triangle Strategy? I am a big fucking fan of that game, man. That's my favorite modern JRPG so far of this decade. Of the best JRPG of the 20s. For me. Nice to see you. Thanks, David EP. Is there a JRPG that made you cry because of its story or characters? Yeah, Tales of Legendia, Chrono Cross. Monochrome Mobius almost made me cry last night while I was playing it. Didn't the Battle Network collection do well? Well, the problem is that you get the physical version and the disc is just there to install the games on your console. And then it's fucking worthless. Worthless. And that pissed off a lot of people. It disappointed me too because I wanted to get it physical, and when I saw that I was like, no, it's like buying them digital, so... Capcom, no. Do you think Final Fantasy XVI will ruin the franchise forever? Isn't the franchise already ruined forever since Final Fantasy X-2 came out? No, I don't think it will. Final Fantasy XVI sold 3 million copies worldwide. Does that sound like ruin to you? Like the definition of ruin? Is one remake but in HD 2D? It doesn't sound that stupid, that could work. Will you make a video of top 10 games ranting modern JRPG? What? I don't understand your question. Do you think Mario and Luigi RPGs will ever come back? No. Maybe in the form of remasters or something like that. I don't understand. I mean, it's Mario. But I don't know, man. Nintendo hasn't done shit with Paper Mario. But it's finally doing something about Super Mario RPG, right? So maybe one day we'll see a remake, a full remake of Superstar Saga on the Game Boy Advance. Of the Game Boy Advance. From the Game Boy Advance. Anyway. Mega Man Battle Network will get a remake on Switch from 1 to 6. No, man. That's already been released. And it wasn't a remake or a remaster. It was just a collection. And it's already available on Switch and PS4. They could also remake Breath of Fire 6 into an actual Breath of Fire game. Sure, make it a turn-based RPG, make a different game. Do you know something about the Sword and Fairy RPG series, a Chinese franchise? No, I've seen them before. I don't think I've ever played one. I know the other series from China, which is pretty famous. It's called Shan Yuan Sword, and I'm a fan of it, but I haven't never played any of the Sword and Fairy RPG series. He did do a video ranking modern JRPGs. Oh, that guy was asking about ranking. Yeah, he said ranting. I was like, man. Yeah, I just made it. I just made that video a few days ago. Top 10 best modern JRPGs so far of the 20s. Of this decade. Nothing from 2019 and before. Only 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 so far. Yeah. Did you hear a leak that Atlus, that wanted to remake Persona 1 and 2? I hope it comes true in the future. I hope it comes true as well. I've been begging for a remake or a remaster of those games for a long time. A remake will be amazing. Imagine the remake being both games combined. Eternal Punishment and Innocent Sin combined into just one game, definitive version, remake. Oh man. That will be... Persona 1 can go fuck itself. Speaking of Chinese RPGs, do you think Lost Soul a Scythe? I've never heard of that game before. So I don't know if it's gonna come out next year. RRS Zone. Greetings from Uruguay. I assuming those are 30 Uruguay pesos? Thanks a bunch, man. How much is that in Mexican pesos? You just convinced me to continue Lenneth or Chained Echoes. I convinced you to continue Chained Echoes? I've never played that game. But okay, I'm glad I convinced you, man. But yeah, Lenneth, I'm great. I'm glad I convinced you. That's a phenomenal game. Where's your accent from? Chile? No, Mexico. Close. Mexico. There are rumors of a Shin Megami Tensei 4 remaster. It won't be a remake. I hope those rumors are true because those games just can't stay on the 3DS. I think we do need those games on the Switch. 4 and Apocalypse. Thoughts on the upcoming Red Star Ocean Second Story remake? I love HD2D. I love that style, so I'm looking forward to that game. I think it looks great. The trailer looks promising. The battle system looks improved. The art style looks beautiful. I mean, everything about it just looks amazing, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I could see them remaking Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2. Atlus remaking those games. That'll be the day, man. But please, yeah. No more Persona milking. Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2. Please, Atlus. Please. I'm begging you. The Mario RPG song, the battle theme. Have you ever played Dungeon Defenders on PS? Hey, Soul10! Wow! That's so fucking rare seeing you here, man. Dungeon Defenders, isn't that the game you covered in one of my videos? I don't think so, right? Oh, didn't you cover that game in your channel? I remember seeing you talk about that game for some reason. I haven't played it. I like my tower defense games. Believe it or not, there was one on the PSP that I played a long time ago for hours and hours. It had a pretty generic name. I don't remember the name. It was something like, I mean, the name was pretty generic, so it's obviously a pretty forgettable name. But I loved it. I mean, I'm a big Plants vs. Zombies fan. Just the first one. The second one, I don't know. And that little strategy game they made afterwards, I'm not sure. Yeah. I like some tower defense games. Green Grimoire. It counts as a tower defense game. I mean, all you do is defend your runes from invasive monsters and shit. Did you hear about Charles Martinet? Who the hell is that? Why did Sakaguchi leave Squaresoft? No one knows. You know, what's been said about that is that he had some creative differences with the company. He didn't like the direction the company was heading into. And now we know why. And he left. He just didn't like what, I mean, I'm just trying to refrain from insulting Square Enix right now so bad in defense of Sakaguchi. But yeah, Sakaguchi didn't like Square Enix. He didn't like the merge. He didn't like Final Fantasy going into a completely different direction, which is exactly what it did, and left. Do you like the OST of Monochrome Mobius? Yeah. There's not a single outstanding theme. Maybe the Imperial Capital theme. I really like it because it grows on you. I mean, you hear that theme over and over and over again. The entire game. Well, from the moment you arrive, from that moment onwards, you hear over and over again. So that little flute, you know, that's amazing. I don't know what kind of instrument is that, but it's pretty good, man. That's the one song that stands out in the OST of Monochrome Mobius. Maybe the overworld theme. But to be honest, you know, the music is not one of the best things about the game. It's there. Most themes are forgettable. Speaking of which, I'm still shocked that Nintendo got back Yoko Shimomura to remake the Mario RPG soundtrack for the remake. That's amazing, man. Did Redemption Reapers fly under the radar? Oh man, a lot. It flew a lot under the radar. No one knows it, especially because it didn't get a physical release. And there was a controversy with that game. It got a mature rating in Japan, but the ESRB didn't pay much attention to it, and the rating it got overseas in North America and Europe was teen rating. Well, in Europe it did get a PG-16 rating, but in North America it was teen. And I was like, man, I mean, yeah, sure, there's nothing but your average blob, and that's it. Dark and mature themes in there, but the mature rating was kind of like not really that necessary. But something happened and didn't get a lot of advertisement. What song is this? I've been searching for it forever. Sounds from Trails. Yeah, this definitely sounds from a Trails game. I think it's from Trails of Cold Steel 3. Ah, Glenn, let me help you. Wait. My fucking player never shows the name of the song currently playing. I hate that about OBS Studio. I think this is Spiral of Erebos. Thank you, Jason. Oh, there you go, Kiss. Yeah. Jason, thanks. He says Sea of Stars is the new hotness before it's even released. Is the hype justified? I don't know. I played the demo and I thought the demo was pretty good. So maybe it is justified. Maybe the hype is justified thanks to the people who played that demo and were impressed by it. I was impressed by it. So yeah, let's just hope the game doesn't disappoint. Yeah, I know it's like the new Chained Echoes. Spiral of Erebos. That's it, Glenn. Dawn. I thought it was from Mary's Kelter. How can this be from Mary's Kelter? Limited Run Games have physical copies of Redemption Reapers. Pre-orders were available a few weeks ago. Oh, nice. I hate limited run games. I don't want to help those assholes. And they're usually very expensive, you know. For my country, if I buy that game, it's probably gonna be like $60 plus shipping. So, no thanks. I'm not gonna buy it. Thank you, limited run games, for ruining another game. Your demeanor when reading The Legend of Dragoon made me think of current alternatives in my library. Why? I think that's a really good game. The Legend of Dragoon is a really good game. You should play it or go back to it. Thank you again, RRS Zone. What's your favorite Japanese video game composer of all time? Easy, Yasunori Mitsuda. Fucking love that guy. Nobuo Uematsu is up there. Ryota Kosuka, definitely. The Falcom Sound team. But yeah, Yasunori Mitsuda. That's my number one forever. Forever, man. Nobuo Uematsu is up there. Someone's asking about Nobuo Uematsu. I mean, yeah, love it. He's definitely in my top 5 favorite Japanese video game composers. Kitoja for the Persona soundtrack? Kitoja? Who the hell is that? Isn't Shoji Meguro the Persona composer? Who the hell is Kitoja? Whoever did the Street Fighter 2 soundtrack, that's Yoko Shimomura. She is also one of my top 5 favorite composers, I think. Great composer. Please do more playthroughs of Shin Megami Tensei 4. I've never done a playthrough of Shin Megami Tensei 4. I've done it on my own for a time, but I've never streamed anything. Your last posted video was hilarious. Oh, wow, a fan of those little clip compilations I've been doing. Thanks! They were all a massive failure because number one, that's not the content 90% of my viewers want to watch. It's okay, I understand. But also those clips are full of swearing, so of course YouTube is not recommending them. But yeah, thanks man for being a fan of those little clips. Motoi Sakuraba. I really like Motoi Sakuraba, but most of the music he composes is kind of like, it sounds the same to me. I mean, my favorite soundtracks from that guy are Valkyrie Profile 1 and 2, of course, and Star Ocean The Second Story. But I just think he doesn't do a lot of effort for the Tale series or even the Star Ocean series. Most of the themes are forgettable. I'm a big fan. Sakuraba is one of my favorite composers too, but I wouldn't put him in my top 5, for example, maybe top 10. Eureka 7. I know that game. It's on the PlayStation 2, isn't it? I've never played it. But I know that game, Eureka 7. Yeah, but don't take me wrong about Motoi Sakuraba. I'm a massive fan of Valkyrie Profile 1 and 2 and their music. I love passionately the soundtracks in those games, man. Just because of those games, he should be on my top 5 favorite composers, but I mean, I just like others better. I mean, Ryota Kosuka is one of my... I mean, I love the heck out of that guy, you know. He composed the soundtracks of Shin Megami Tensei 4, Apocalypse, and 5. And those 3 games are more than enough to be a hardcore fan of his music. What's your opinion on the mobile Atelier game? I have no opinion because I don't play mobile games, so... I understand it's a brand new game in the series, a mainline game. I'm disappointed, very disappointed. Well, I don't think Ghost is going to abandon the console market. We'll get a new Atelier soon, probably next year. I mean, they release those games like 2 or 3 per year, man. And I don't think they sell that much. Or maybe they have realized that. They said, oh, you know, the Atelier series, we're releasing these games way too soon. And they aren't selling that much. Maybe it's time for a mobile game to recover from all the financial losses. And maybe that's the reason why they went mobile for this one. I don't see it as a main game. I don't give a fuck if it's being treated as a main game in the series, a mainline title. It just doesn't feel like one to me. So I'm still hoping for the next true mainline title in the series. I actually tend to watch second channels more. My second channel it used to be a regular channel. I was uploading top 10s and shit. But it pretty much became more like an archives type of channel. I've been uploading nothing but clips from these Q&As. And then I started re-uploading my streams. Those 2-hour long streams from a long time ago. And I stopped. And now I'm going to do the same again. Soon. Coming soon, more. That's gonna happen again. And I uploaded some trailers, some gameplays. Yeah, it's pretty much the channel where I do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, man, I get you there, man. He says so many great games to finish, trying to prioritize. Oof, I know the feel, bro. I mean, I tend to prioritize the games that from the review codes they send me because it's my job. But yeah, I've been there many times before. I'm like, man, what should I play now? I mean, yeah. Trying to prioritize, that's the word. 90% of all mobile games make no money. Really? I always thought they made a whole lot more money than console releases. When are you gonna branch out to RPGs with better stories? I don't understand your question. What are you talking about? Fast-paced JRPG on PS2. Just finished East 8 and 9 needs something like this but on PS2. Oh, East 6. is 6 The Ark of Napishtim, man. It's on PS2 and it's a great game and it's freaking hard, but it's fast-paced. Yeah, there's also, no, that's the only Ys game we got on the PlayStation 2, yeah. Rogue Galaxy, pretty fast-paced, chaotic battle system, yeah. Rogue Galaxy, Odin Sphere, Odin fucking Sphere, man. It's also on PS4, and I recommend playing the PS4 version over the PS2 original, but if you want to stick to the PS2, you can't go wrong with Odin Sphere. Do you like Koichi Sugiyama music? Yes, I do. I'm a fan. He's not one of my favorite composers, but I love the guy. Rest in peace. I think my favorite soundtrack from that guy is Dragon Quest VII. I just love the Ruins theme, man. It's so mystical and so mysterious and so chilling, you know, I love it. And I love the soundtrack from Dragon Quest XI. It was controversial because the original version didn't get the orchestrated arrangement. But you know what? I loved it nonetheless. I really like the town theme in Dragon Quest XI and the overworld theme, some of my favorites. Atsushi Kitajo made some songs since Persona 4 and Persona 5. I didn't know that. I thought Shoji Meguro was the sole composer of those games.